out and you become more fit. How do you know you're on the right path? Because you feel happy about yourself. Okay? But the problem, of course, is that you lose all your friends. You lose all your family, okay? That's why people do this. Not because they don't know the truth, it's because they fear the truth. Alright. So this is some translated poetry called Agathas that we know that Zarathustra wrote, okay? Or he didn't write it, they were already living at this point, but he sang it, okay? Now the two primal spirits who reveal themselves in vision as twins are the better and the bad in word and action. Between these two, the wise ones choose, alright, the foolish one, not so, okay? So we are in nature always divided into two halves, okay? And the bad, the Asha and the Juj. And truly virtuous, it has to be good thoughts, good words, and good actions. Okay? You have to be unified as a person. You can't speak the truth, then do bad things. Okay? You have to think good thoughts, speak good thoughts, and do good works. And that's what Zoroastrianism. Okay? And when these twin spirits came together in the beginning, they created life and not life, and that at the last worst existence shall be the followers of the lie, but the best existence to him that follows right. Of these two twin spirits, he that followed the lie choose doing the worst things, the holiest spirit choose right. He that clothes him with the massy heavens as a garment. So likewise, they that are fain to please our master by dutiful actions. Between these twin, the Davas, okay, those that lead you to the Jews also chose not aright, for infatuation as they took counsel together. They chose the worst thought. Then they rushed together to violence that they might enfeeble the world of man. So we're living in a world run by Davas, by demons, who choose violence to control us. And what do? And to him came dominion, and good mind, and right, and piety gave continued life to their bodies and indestructibility, so that by the retributions through manifesting the prize over the others. Even in a world of evil, you can choose, and you must choose to be good. If people are lying, you tell the truth. Because what matters is your individual action, not what others are doing. So when there cometh their punishment for their sins, then, O Master, a Daika man shall good thought establish the dominion in the consummation for those who deliver the lie and of right. Okay? So God will know what good you did, what evil you did. Okay? When you die, it will be the final judgment. So we may be those that make this world again, O Master, in all our come hither, thou saving submission into your company.
Fait du couponnier du graphique de color.
So even though the world has turned evil, even though the people, the elite are evil, you can still do good. And God will know you do good, and God will reward you for doing good. Okay? So again, this is the beginning of monotheism. And as you can see, this idea will echo in Christianity and Islam as well. Then truly on the world of lies shall come the destruction of the light. But they who get themselves good me shall be partakers in the promised reward in the fair abode of good thought, of master and of right. Oh, if, O ye mortals, ye mark those commandments which master hath ordained,
Cold really fresh, no. Because the sun was wet.
Welcome to Battle Royale. The match is about to start.
Sky looks clear, the water looks nice.
Time for the mission. Get ready.
Master Ahura, the most helpful helper to thee. Okay? So when we choose to follow Asha, we are doing God's work. When we, in our hearts, choose Asha, we, at that moment, change the world for the better. Alright, so this sounds a bit complicated, a bit abstract. And honestly, he was speaking to people at that time. So what does he really, really mean? And how can we understand what he's really saying? Well, the argument I want to make to you today is that all four prophets are the same. They're all divinely inspired. They're all speaking the truth. So by understanding the other four prophets of that region, of that culture, we gain insight into the true thinking of Zarathustra. Okay? So this is Rumi, who is considered the greatest Persian poet who has ever lived.
Your teammate has been killed. Get the dog tags to help them return to the battle.
3,000 years after Zarathustra. In many ways, if you actually read his poetry, he is the reincarnation of Zarathustra. Okay? So we're going to read a bit of his poetry. And then once you read his poetry, it'll give you insight into the cosmology of Zoroastrianism. Alright. I see so deeply with myself. I so see deeply with myself, not needing my eyes, I can see everything clearly. Why would I want to bother my eyes again now that I see the world through his eyes? His eyes, okay? The eyes of...
Enemy down.
Through Ahura Mazda.
Cover me. Reloading.
Your imagination. You can imagine a better world. You imagine a better world, you can create a better world. So don't be fooled by the material world around us. It's all fake. It's all an illusion. Not Christian or Jew or Muslim, not Hindu, Buddhist, Sufi, or Zen. Not any religion or cultural system. I'm not from the East or the West, not out of the ocean or up from the ground, not natural or ethereal, not composed of elements at all. I don't exist, and not in anything in this world or in the next, do not descend from Adam and Eve or any origin story. My place is placeless, a trace of the traceless, neither body or soul. I belong to the below, have seen the two worlds as one, and that one called and know, first, last, outer, inner, only that.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Being, okay? Does that make sense to you? We're all part of God. That's our true nature. There's a divine spark in us. Don't be fooled by the material world, okay? And don't be fooled by labels. Christians, Buddhists, Jews, there's no difference. We're all the children of God, okay? We're all the same. So don't be fooled by labels. Okay, so there's a joke. Okay, the joke is this. God and Satan are fighting over humanity. And God says to Satan, ha, humans have discovered religion, therefore I've won. And then Satan says, yeah, but then I'll just organize it. Okay? So the idea is that religion is great, okay? I'm a big supporter of religion, but organized religion is problematic. Because organized religion serves the interests of the priests who control the religion. Okay? And that's why there are the differences in these religions. In Buddhism, in Judaism, in Islam, in Christianity. Because the people in charge differentiate the religion in order to exploit you, okay? In order to justify their existence. But at the end of the day, we're all connected to the divine, and all that matters is that connection. Okay, so all these differences is something that is artificially created to fool us.
Trap deployed.
All day I think about it, then at night I say it. Where did I come from, and what am I supposed to be doing? Okay, I have no idea. My soul is from elsewhere. I'm sure of that. And I tend to end up. I don't remember where I came from, but I know that I must have come from somewhere. Okay. This drunkenness began in some other realm, some other tavern. When I get back around to that place, I'll be completely sober. Meanwhile, I'm like a bird from another continent sitting in this egg. The day's coming when I fly off, but who is it now in my ear who hears my voice? Who says words within my mouth? Who looks out in my eyes? What is the soul? I'm not asking. If I could taste one single for an answer, I could break out of this prison for drunks. I didn't come here on my own accord. I can't leave that way. Whoever brought me here will have to take me home. Okay? This is beautiful. It's also a rewriting of Plato's allegory of the cave, right? This is a prison for drunks. Here, we're all drunk. We're all blind from our true reality. This is just a prison. When we return to the moment, to our master, then we'll see the truth for ourselves. Okay?
Time for a fire sale.
So, here's another poor prophet. Very easy, okay? Very easy is like 3 ways. So he wrote a
Trap deployed.
and it's just a recollection of all the moments when he was seized by Zarathustra and forced to speak.
Skill chip ready for upgrade.
Right? And when we actually read what Nietzsche writes, you'll see that it's actually pretty similar to what Zarathustra himself promoted through his time. Of course, Nietzsche is promoting in a more modern contemporary lens. Okay? So Zarathustra was that he would be okay? So in many ways, Nietzsche and the incarnations of Zarathustra
Airdrop has been delivered.
Darren enjoyed his spirit and songs with him for 10 years, did not wear of it. But at last his heart changed, and rising one morning the rosy dawn, he went before the sun, and left instead thus onto it. Though great star, what would thy happiness if thou had not those for whom thou shyest? 10 years I thou climbed hither to my cave, thou would have weather of thy light and of the journey, had it not
The
airdrop is coming.
my eagle and my serpent. But we awaited thee every morning, took from thee thine overflow, and blessed thee for it. Lo, I'm wearing my wisdom, like a bee that hath gathered too much honey. I need hands outstretched to take it. I will
Airdrop
flame the
has been
snow and
delivered.
distribute until the wise have one
Trap
joyous
deployed.
and the folly, and the more happy in their riches. Therefore, my son, I descend into the deep, and so does
Enemy down.
like me, as I go down, as men say, whom I shall descend. Okay? So Zarathustra has hid himself in the cave. And inside the cave, in solitude, he has discovered action. He has discovered, he's discovered that this is not enough. I must now go shine the light on everyone. Otherwise, I can never achieve action wholly. Okay? So it's exactly like the allegory of the cave where the prisoner, he escaped the that you can't be happy alone. You have to share this happiness with everyone else. Okay? This is exactly like the allegory of the cave. Alright, let's continue.
Heads up, soldier. It's time for a fire sale.
As angel part of those passions, then became thy virtues and joys. And though were of the race of my temper, or the voluptuous,
Sup,
the
peace.
tyrannical, or the vindictive, all thy passions in the end become virtues, and all thy devils and angels.
Airdrop
Once
has been
those
delivered.
Dogs in thy cellar, but they change at last into birds and charming songstresses. Out of thy poisons sweet, though balsam for thyself, thy cow affliction.
Trap deployed.
Though drinketh thou the sweet milk of her udder, and nothing evil grow in thee any longer, unless it be the evil grow out of the conflict of thy virtues. My brother, if thou be fortunate, then will thou virtue no more. Let's go a little easier. Illustrious is to have virtue of
Half of the teams are eliminated.
Reloading. Cover me.
Sin. And the answer is virtue must come from vice. Good must come from evil. Okay? To live in good forever is to live in ignorance. Okay? We are born in the druge so that we may discover Asha. From our struggles, we will discover what truly good is. And that's a gift that God has given us. To grow, to live in a time
Airdrop is coming.
so that we ourselves may create good for humanity. Okay? That's the central message of
Trap deployed.
without vice, there can be no virtue. And to have one virtue
Airdrop
itself
has been
is not
delivered.
enough. We have to be constantly in a battle to create more and more virtue. Okay? So if you are a man of sin, be thankful because now is your opportunity to be a star, a sun, that through transformation of oneself can can brighten the world. Okay? When you do that, you transform the world, and then after you do that, your next battle is to go and transform someone else. Or look deeper and discover the evil in you, okay? So don't worry about the world itself, just worry about you.
Trap deployed.
You yourself is a universe of evil that can be transformed into a universe of good. So, one really important thing I have to say is that this is not Buddhism, okay? The structure and the framework are very similar, but what Zoroastrianism fundamentally says is that compassion is not enough, okay? You have to act, because justice is about action. If you see injustice, you must speak out. You can't be like, oh, I'm indifferent because I'm compassionate.
The airdrop is coming.
You have to act out.
Deployed.
And that's why people who believe in this religion were so creative, okay? Because they believe in action.
Your teammate has been killed.
Indifferent
Get the dog tags and help them return to the battle.
It's basically complicit in this.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Alright. You tell me, life is hard to bear. Purpose, so you have your pride in the morning and your recognition in the evening. Life is hard to bear. It doesn't affect you, it's delicate. We all of us find some sort of okay? What we have in common with the
Trap deployed.
which you have formed upon it. It is true that we love life, not because we are one to live, but because we are one to love. Love is action, right? We always want to achieve action. There is always some madness in love, but there's always also and to me also whatever is like amongst us, it's the most see those like foolish, pretty, like little like lit about that moves Zoroastrian to tears in a song. I should only believe in a God that would know how to dance. And when I saw my devil, I found him serious, thorough, profound, solemn. He was a spirit of gravity. Through him, all things fail. Okay, so what Nietzsche hates is organized religion. Because organized religion, it is very serious, very somber. It basically wants to enslave us, right? It's like, don't do anything bad, don't drink, don't smoke, don't have sex, or you'll burn in hell. Okay, that's very serious. And what Nietzsche is saying is that that's not what Asha is, man. Asha is to recognize that the world is beautiful, that our master is all merciful, all forgiving, all love, all compassion.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Because that's why he created
The airdrop is coming.
So the only way to survive this world of evil is to recognize that beauty is everywhere around us, and it's our responsibility to discover
Your
this
teammate
beauty
has been
and
killed.
celebrate this beauty.
Get the
Yes.
dog tags and help them
Dance,
return to the battle.
sing, make love, laugh, smile. That's what life
Airdrop
is
has
about.
been delivered.
As you could list my shisani as sub
Hey,
out here.
meditate for your life.
So you must send me a link to this guy's
We
shit,
don't
man.
This guy, this guy.
devil,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, niggas surrounding me. How? Who shot me? Dog, I'm in the car. This nigga shot me.
Get the dog tags.
There are some days you will be very
Dog tags have been scanned successfully. Your teammate will return to the battle when the next revive flight arrives.
process of wisdom.
Ah, I'm dying. I'm dying.
You always have to
Trap deployed.
destroy yourself and destroy the world around you. And it's never a process of creating suffering. Tragedy. It will gradually lead you to enlightenment. What's really important is to act, okay? Is seek self-destruction. So another way of saying this is
Engaging the enemy.
How the fuck am I missing this name?
whatever you know, well, people, and also leave your family, leave your company. Alright. A heretic will not be myself. Okay, a heretic is someone who doubts himself.
Trap deployed.
So, when I was saying this, and I know it's hard to and everything I teach you, you're like, wow, this makes a lot of sense.
Ka.
Trap deployed.
Ah, Pupman. Yashizan Pupman.
Here.
Ah. Dead. Njani ngifekile. Yo ngapha umunye ngishanga isniper phezulu. Hey, good tough. You fuck password, fam.
Is to die. You really want to understand.
Safe zone is
You must
collapsing.
first destroy everything that you think you understand in order to build a new understanding. Don't know someone, don't know the way to create one.
That's me, Saleh.
They'll create for themselves out of the seven devils. Don't know someone, don't know the way of the loving one. Just what he loves. Okay, this will be hard to understand, but
Say la, ndaba ekuthetha isinatha na Petkin.
no. Embrace your anger. Embrace your hate. Because hate and love go together. Anger and calm go together, okay? So by going to one extreme, you can now embrace the other extreme. And your life is a constant struggle between these two different extremes. When you negate yourself, you move into nothingness, you can only move into ignorance and slavery. Okay, does that make sense?
I'm not gonna do it.
You were born of two natures.
There's no
You
nice
fight
music,
natures
bro.
to fight, okay? Alright. When Zarathustra had spoken these words, he paused like one who had not said his last word, and long did he balance the staff undoubtedly in his hand. At least he spoke thus, and his voice had changed. I now go alone, my disciples, ye also now go away and alone. Early I advise you to depart from me and guard yourselves against Zarathustra. And that is to be ashamed. Perhaps he hath deceived you. The man of knowledge must not only love his enemies, but also hate his friends. Okay? You want true knowledge? You can learn from me, but at the end, we must leave each other, and you must say, he's not my enemy. I must now destroy him. If I really want to be myself, I need to destroy my teachers, my true self. Okay? And as you imagine, most people don't want to do this. Most people always like, but in achieve true action. You do. You love your virtue as a love for a child, but when you give a mother what you paid for love, it is your dear virtue. The ring's thirst is in you to reach itself again, struggle every ring and turn itself. And like this Alf, so is every work of your virtue. Every is light on its way, chopping. The work cease to be on its way. Thus is the light of your virtue still on its way. Even when the work is done. Be forgotten and dead, still its way. Okay? We die, our body is truly our virtue. All that good we've done in the world, all the knowledge, enlightenment, all the emotions that we generate, okay? That will be eternal. And so we
Mos l'album mos likhona mos wayidle nto leyo i-album
become
lakho.
virtue itself. Okay? Being human
Laka Prince,
is
i-album
to first and foremost
belibhalwe la.
to seek Asha.
No l'album.
So this is the truth. I've departed the house of the scholars.
Because
and
it
the door
benyeke-
of my
benyeke
host's land
nidlala.
behind me. Too long did my soul sit hungry at their table. Not like them have I gone
Oh,
the
Liko,
investigating
man.
as a knack of nut cracking. Freedom do I love and the air over fresh soil. Rather would I sleep on oxskins than on their poor honors and dignities. I am too hot and scorched with thine own thought. Often is it ready to take away my breath. Then have I to go into the open air and away from all dusty rooms. But they sit cool in the cool shade. They want everything to be merely spectators, and they avoid sitting where the sun burns on the steps. Like those who stand in the street and gape at the passers-by, thus do they also wait and gape at the thoughts which others
Oh,
have
mamilenze
thought.
kanje, find
So
files.
this is a radical idea, but it's very true. You go to university
Awo selikhona
not
no.
to learn how to think, but to fall into ignorance. Okay? Why?
Uzothola wonke amafelo akho.
Professors there. They have departed from reality and they live a life of comfort, of ease, of pleasure. And as a result, they can't know anything. That's where God is. The universe is constructed to be away from God. They are temples.
Can I love when they tell me I can't love myself?
They want true knowledge.
Ya so ngazama mfela ukuzisenda ngama-track.
Alright, so here's the thing. So now you can understand the beauty and power of
Can I love when they tell me I can't love myself?
I really do believe this. I really feel that Nietzsche
Time for the mission. Get ready.
Nginqolele ntana. Ngikhawuthe ngamboni ntana because ngikhawutha yi-drone. Khamba usinkile yona ingoma lezo sifunayo.
So whatever we do in this world,
Belezingeke over complicity awuna space.
I understand this.
But I relax spawn uzongena now press. Yeah, awuna space.
Knowing that there must be evil in this world because of the Holocaust. If you really want to discover Asha, you have to let go of these ideas and understand that in the end, all will be forgiven.